Welcome back to another video. This is the video that y'all seem to like. To me, it's the same regurgitated stuff over and over with a little bit of updates in between, but I seem to get a lot of feedback from it. I seem to get a lot of emails and comments and different things like that. Good amount of views, so I'll keep it going. Just so I can give updates of some of the different passive income projects that we're in right now. I know last couple of weeks has been kind of slow. However, there are some updates to these projects. So we're going to go over them right now, one by one, and see how we're doing with them. This video is brought to you by C4 Crawfish Catering out of Corpus Christi, Texas. This is a good friend of mine. I do some hunting with him, who runs a crawfish catering company out of Corpus Christi, Texas. I've seen some great reviews on him. I'm looking at the pictures. He looks like he does a darn good job. Y'all know I do some cooking videos on my other YouTube page, and it looks very good what he has been doing. So I just want to help support him. If anybody knows anything about, crawfish or anything like that, it's not easy for everybody to do. So crawfish prices have been crazy, but if you want to, sometimes it's easy just to get them boiled yourself, especially if you have a big catering job. He has a website, c4crawfishcatering.com, or you can also find him on Facebook, C4 Crawfish Catering on Facebook. He also has an Instagram. I'll have links to this all in the video description below. So if y'all know anybody in Texas, South Texas, that needs some catering done, I know they've gone all the way to Houston and different places like that. So they can definitely get it done if y'all need it. They got a big trailer, nice big setup and all that. Check their Facebook out and their website. Like I said, we got a lot of updates to go through. I always lie to y'all. One lie that I can always admit to y'all that I'm lying about is when I say this is going to be a short video. I'm going to try to make it short. We know these videos go 45 minutes to an hour. And even though I try not to, and it doesn't feel like it when I'm making it, but we're discussing 10, 12 different projects. So, if I discuss them for 4 minutes each project, that's 40 minutes right there. So we have some big updates to go over. Bitharvest came out with a good special that I really want to make sure I discuss, but that's going to be towards the bottom. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Then we got some other things to go over. So without further ado, let's hit this. So I kind of changed it up a little bit for y'all. I don't know about the color coordinate. I was trying to make it, green, orange for kind of like a stoplight. You're almost at green, but you're not. Beta, safe, blue, I don't know, because it's not really doing anything yet. Waiting on arrival, brown like poop. I don't know. I just try to make it a little bit, try to separate a little bit for y'all so y'all can quickly kind of glance and see what's on mainnet when we talk about what's on testnet, what's on beta, and different things like that. Saying all that, let's start with number one, DIMO. I'm going to regurgitate the same thing over and over. Y'all forgive me if y'all have watched this before. DIMO, while I wish it was paying more, who doesn't? Kind of like the same thing we used to say about Helium is you can't really fault the project for what their coin is going for. We've seen some volatility in the crypto price lately. Not that I want to make this video anything about that. That takes too much time up. Y'all have plenty enough YouTube people out there to watch to go over price charts with y'all. The one thing I will say is, last Monday was the first, and prices were down here and people panicking and all this stuff like that. And I was telling everybody, just calm down. We go through this every weekend, and you can see, it comes up, down, up, down, up, down. But my point I'm getting at with this is when we look at some of the pricing of some of these coins and tokens that we deal with in these projects, Bitcoin's back up $71,000, $72,000. You got Ethereum here. That's also back up here to this 36 price level right here. So these coins are back up. Why does that worry me a little bit? Is you're not really seeing that in some of the prices of these projects that we talk about. DIMO was at 42 cents last week and it was down. You're still down almost 5% now from where it was when we did this video last Monday. Do I think that reflects, you know, we're 22% down for the month. We were making very good money at 50 cents. And then it came back up again to 50 cents. We had 40 cents. Do I think that reflects on the project? No, because I don't think what happens to Helium token, that price affects that project and vice versa or anything like that. But when we start discussing, you know, y'all know my mantra on this, and some people get upset with me because we should be doing this for the good of the project. You should be worried about what you're making. It should be a good project. Y'all know how I feel about this. I am in crypto projects to make crypto. I am not in crypto projects to help projects. Before anybody flames me, just understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, I'm here to help Wingbits, and I am here to help Bitharvest, and I am here hoping that Silencio makes it because I like that project. But I'm not doing this on my free time either. People who want to argue with me constantly about, you shouldn't worry about what Helium's doing. You know, you should be there to help supporting the network. Y'all wouldn't be allowing whatever y'all cable company is in y'all's down your street to use y'all's power or internet or house to be infrastructure for free for cable TV. So why is it okay for some of these projects to allow y'all to keep mining and not pay? If that kind of makes sense. If y'all understand where I'm coming from for that. I don't want to hear about you should be doing this for the good of the project. No, we're in crypto. Like, again, I'm not in this for Lambos. I'm not expecting Lambos. I'm not expecting Lambos at the end of, even if all these projects work out, you're not going to see me in a Lambo. You might see me in the GMC Denali Ultimate pickup truck, but either way, it's not going to be close to what a Denali costs. You're not going to see me in a private airplane. You're not going to see me. I told y'all this, I am in crypto to make my family's life easier so I can spend that time with family. And that's all I'm looking for, to live comfortable, to be able to go on vacations with my family, make memories before my kids get too old, and live a comfortable life. That's all I'm looking for. I'm not in these projects to not do that. I've always said, tell y'all over and over, I know this is repeat, but I'm in these projects hoping that one or two of them make it out big. I'm not expecting all 7, 8, 9 of these projects to be the next Helium. One or two of them be the next Helium would be wonderful. Saying all that, rant over with, DIMO, this price has, and I updated this earlier before I did the video, and it's even down from 2 hours ago. You look at where this price was the week before, it was 42 cents. Week before that was 52 cents. So you see where I've earned these coins, and this was what my revenue was at $341. In 2 weeks, that's now $296. Again, I'm in DIMO for the long haul. This is not nothing against the DIMO project. The DIMO project is the smoothest running project out of all these. That's why it's ranked #1. But I know some of y'all are in it also for the income. And as of right now, this is paying me 78 cents a day per device. I have 3 devices, do the math. $1.50 something. I failed college math. So just be aware of that. The good thing about DIMO also is, in the past, I told you I felt bad touting DIMO and how great DIMO was when there was no supply available. I got an email. If y'all are on the waiting list, y'all should have got an email also. It's also in the Discord. Again, I'm going to say that. Y'all have to be in the Discord for all these projects if y'all want to know about these projects. This is the only way you can be able to keep up with them. I'm in the Discords and can hardly keep up with them. DIMO finally has stock available. They are giving shipping updates. They're shipping products out, and they're saying that in May, they should have surplus now to be sold. So don't quote me on this. Don't get upset with me. But if it's not true, but apparently if you order now, it should ship out in May. That's 4 weeks. That's pretty darn good compared to some of these other projects. You know, I was looking at GEODNet, and I was looking at, you'll know how long I've been waiting for Hive Mapper and stuff. DIMO is cool because you can install it in vehicles. At one time, it was 3. You can get 3 for $89 each, $99 each, or 3 or more for $89 each. I got 3 of them, put it in my vehicles, and you don't have to mess with it. Your kid, if you have a oldest son or daughter that drives a vehicle, your mama's vehicle or something like that, and she don't care if you plug something into it, you don't have to mess with it. They don't have to do anything. You plug it in, you sync it up, and it's over with. Yeah, it's making you less than $1 a day. But in the bull run, we all hope that, you know, when I got involved in Helium 2020, 2021, whatever that was, the Helium token was only worth $2 or $3, went up to 40. Am I saying that this is going to happen? No, as usual, this is not financial advice. This is just me spouting some stuff, and it could be all nonsense. But right now, DIMO is still the easiest, best passive income project right now out of this whole list that's paying out consistently. Then you have Helium, and Helium is that same way. It's paying out less per device, and the device costs more, but somebody like me who has, and one day I guess I have to sit back and count them, you know, I'm making like less than $1 a day, but I have so many of them, close to 20 of them, I think. I'm making 6,000 IoT a day. This is down compared to last week, when last week I was making 7,000 and 7,000 before that. But y'all know I've been running some tests for Bitharvest versus Wingbits. Bitharvest is one of my, also has a Helium miner that had to come offline to do the test I was doing for a week. So I lost 500 to 600 IoT a day helping those guys out. That shows you how passionate I am to help those guys out. That shows you how passionate I am for Wingbits also, because this is benefiting both of them. That test is over with. I went back up there this morning in the rain and put my little SD card back in that miner that I was testing out, and now I got my Helium back running. I have another Helium miner out on top of a building that's hosting it, and they're in the process of swapping out IP providers, or ISP, or internet providers. And the new internet provider only put a modem in and didn't put the router in, and they were supposed to go back and put a router in. I don't know what the update of that. So that's 2 Helium miners, 2 of my top 3 or 4 Helium miners that are offline. So I've lost probably at least 1,000 a day. Either way, I'm converting my Helium IoT over to Solana and HNT. I was really doing Solana the most, but with HNT dropping to $4 and something, I still like HNT because of everything going on the mobile side. I tell y'all this every week, and I think Helium's going to run in the bull market. I've seen some crazy, stupid numbers out there, but hey, in the last 7 days, Helium is up 3%. So you can see it's been hovering around this five, low fives, mid fives. Go back a month, you can see it's been on this ever since mobile came out, and it had this big surge. It's been on this steady decline. You buying the red. I'm not really buying Helium. I am converting some IoT because I've told you all many times in the past I have a lot of IoT. Because I've had these miners just going. Even when I was real big into DFly and then on the Wingbits, I still kept a couple of Helium miners running. Really because I couldn't get to them, but I still kept them running. But Helium is down 33%. You know, I don't know. Hopefully they got some new news coming up again that kind of gets this flowing. But Helium IoT, that's been kind of steady for the last 7 days. Look at 2%. It's just kind of going back and forth. It kind of went up a little bit, was down a little bit, you know, but it's still steady. So I'm still taking that IoT and converting it. I guess, like I was saying, I was doing Solana for a while, hit the HNT a couple of days just to kind of build it up, and then I'll do Solana also. Depending on Solana. If Solana's down and it's in that 160s, 170s range, I'm converting it to Solana because I still think Solana is going to be several $100s during this bull run. So mobile, I know mobile had a decent little surge throughout the week, but kind of came up, came down, came up. So we'll see what happens with Helium. But again, I'm just going to let them run. There's no reason to take them down. They're up there running. Even if I'm putting Bitharvest on those devices, I can still run Helium off of them. Then add Wingbits. If that hex is open now, we'll discuss all that a little bit later. I won't get ahead of myself. All right, now we're going to move on to projects that are in testnet still. WeatherXM. If y'all caught my video the other day, WeatherXM said that they're back out looking for fundraising again. And There are some people who are not happy about it. I'll say this disclaimer again. Even though I've been into WeatherXM now, it's like next week makes exactly 2 months that I've been in. It was like February 12th or something like that it came in. So I know I'm new to it, so I don't have a right to complain. I say this every video, y'all, every Monday update video, so y'all bear with me. But I don't want to step on no toes. There are people who've been in WeatherXM for a long time, 2 years, I think, and I don't want to step on their toes. They have the right to step in front of me and complain louder. I don't have the right to complain yet. I knew all the shenanigans that WeatherXM has been doing, and can't promise mainnet. And then the other day, they're announcing that they're trying to look for fundraising again. But 2 weeks before that, they did a video basically stating an announcement on Discord that we're ready for mainnet, but we're going to hold off because we're making the deal with some kind of customer, something like that, and it wouldn't be right to do this now. We'll wait for after the customer. And then now we need fundraising again. Well, which one is it? Because that doesn't sound like it goes together. Again, I've been WeatherXM for the weather. Had the eclipse today, and it was quite beautiful. I couldn't see it because it's been raining all day here, but from what I heard, it was beautiful. I'm a weather nerd. I'm in it for the weather. However, just like I stated earlier, I also bought this to be part of crypto. Right now, I got 176 of these fake tokens that are just on testnet to test stuff. And they've already said that those tokens aren't going to be worth anything. That's just part of testnet. So we don't know what it's going to be worth. We don't know what the rewards are actually going to be or anything like that. Again, it's a hope and pray project, and we'll see how it goes. Nothing really changed with WeatherXM other than that. Motus project that y'all know I was behind. It's a break off of the Cosmos chain. Y'all know I'm big in the Cosmos atom, and I'm really hoping that they can figure out some of the issues. Right now, I got 1,662 tokens. We don't know what that means because it's not on mainnet yet. I am still having mining score 100. For those people, I do have a code in my description below if you want to get involved in Motus. One thing I talked about in my video Saturday is I'm getting a new vehicle, and I just actually got a phone call just now that the vehicle's ready. I'm getting a new vehicle for work. The problem is I have a DIMO and Motus plugged into a two-way OB2 port splitter. Well, now work has a device that has to go into the OB2 port also. So now I'm on Amazon hunting down a three-way OB2 port splitter. Another thing I want to say is I know there's people who every time I do a video complains about the Motus killing their battery. And I'm not a mechanic. I'm going to say a disclaimer first. I've spoken to some mechanics. A lot of times the Motus is normally programmed the same no matter what vehicle you have. I have gone where I have not used my work vehicle for 3 or 4 days, and I've kept the DIMO and the Motus plugged in the entire time and never experienced a bad battery. What I've been told by mechanics is a lot of this is controlled by the OB2 port of that vehicle manufacturer. Some of them, after X amount of time, will kill the power to the OB2 port, which then should kill the power to your DIMO and Motus. Also, if you have a healthy battery or not, has something to do with it also. Again, nobody flame me. I'm just telling you what I've looked into. But I know several people who are into Motus who have said they don't have that issue. But if you know you do have that possible issue that your Motus will kill your battery, unplug the Motus before you get out. If you're like me, you got so much crap in your hands when you're getting out the vehicle, that's the last thing on your mind. I understand that. My point I'm trying to get at is not that I'm defending Motus, because they have some issues. And if y'all been on this channel for a while, y'all know I have come out and slammed Motus on some stupid, idiotic things. This one time I will say, I don't know how much that is on Motus because it's not killing everybody's battery. But yes, there are people in Discord saying it's killing their battery. I understand it's happening. I'm not saying you're lying. Please do not go in my comments and say, my battery's dying. You don't know what you're talking about. I understand your battery's dying. I see it on Discord, battery's dying. I also know people who are saying it's not killing their batteries. So it's not just mine that's not dying. I think it's more vehicle specific why that's happening, not DIMO, not Motus specific, if that makes sense. If you are interested in Motus, I noticed that on the Motus website that they're sold out. However, where I purchased mine from, and I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that, I'm not getting any kickbacks from nobody. The only little couple of cents I make with anything is the Amazon links that y'all see in my description. That's the only thing, and that gives me a couple of cents to maybe for the coffee after 5 or 6 things are sold. However, when you go to Moken website, and that's moken.io, and you go to their store, I see now, again, I have not tried to purchase it to make sure this is correct, but for a while, this said sold out, just like this says and just like this says. However, I don't know how they got DIMO macarons in stock. I don't know if this is correct or not, but I'm telling you, see how these say sold out? When you click on Motus Mini, it doesn't say that it's going to take X amount of time to come in. When you go to Motus's website, it says it's going to take, I don't know, it's 4 to 6, 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. What I did notice is when you click on the DIMO macaron, it says back ordered, shipping in 8 to 10 weeks. DIMO Autopod, 8 to 12 weeks. So Motus Mini, $80. And I don't see anything. Again, if you go purchase this and it takes 6 to 8 weeks, please don't flame me for it. I'm just telling you what's strictly on this website. So this is heliumdeploy.com, which I got to this from Moken's website, moken.io. So just in case any of y'all want to try out Motus Mini as another form of passive income, y'all have heard me complain about it before. They say they're going to fix it. But the fact that every time you get in the car, you have to turn on your tethering for a phone and connect it to that device and make sure it's connected in the app, because there's times when my thing's connected and then you're supposed to have, you know, the two, as you see right now, I have 2 of them that is red because it's not connected. You make sure you have 2 greens, because many times I've had 1 green. And then that's just kind of a little pain in the butt part. But once it's connected, normally, you can drive around all you want and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about collecting the points after or anything like that. So they say they're working on that connectivity issue. My only wish for them was make it to where I connect to a Wi-Fi or some kind of wireless network that's already in my vehicle and make life easier. Because to me, connecting this via Bluetooth that they're working on is not going to solve any of their problems, because you're still going to have to make sure that the Bluetooth connects from the phone to that thing. So you're not solving that problem. But we'll, you know, if they get that solved, that's majority of the pain in the butt part right there. Silencio. Y'all know I'm a fan of Silencio. I was outside doing yard work yesterday for half the day, and I was just resting this on different parts of my yard, you know, resting on something. But I have almost a 1 acre property. You know, I don't live in the city. I live in more of a rural area. So I would go and set a 30-minute timer on my watch and set it up in one spot for 30 minutes. And then my timer would go off and I'd go put it on the opposite side of my property and the opposite side of my property. And it's getting different sounds because you got people riding 4-wheelers and ATVs through there, trains. We live kind of close to, you know, airports, so every now and then you'll hear, you know, jet engines, the change in speed and RPMs or whatever. You know, it's a cool project. I don't know. Yes, it takes a little bit of finagling. So my argument is, how much is it passive income when you still have to turn it on and do that kind of stuff? You know, I think we need to come up with a new category, semi-passive or semi-aggressive. I don't know. But yes, you do have to touch it. My issue I'm having with Silencio is, and this did not happen before, but reading the Discord, speaking to some of y'all are seeing the same issue. I will be sitting here running Silencio. Somebody will call me, or there'll be a notification on one of my other apps that I have to address because of work or something. And when I go back to Silencio, the whole app has closed down. So when you press Silencio, it opens up the app as if it's brand new, like it was never taking a reading. When you've been taking a reading for 25 minutes, you want those points for 25 minutes, especially me, who's at a 71-day streak. I'm getting 177 bonus points, 177% bonus every time, plus the little 3 boxes, and you pick the box. The other day, I got a 5.0 box, so I got 5%, 5 times my points I got. You can't control when somebody calls you. You can't control when one of the other apps goes off. In the past, when somebody called you, you'd open it back up and it would just say the mic was used. So it just paused those points to allow you to connect them. It didn't crash the app out. This is happening more and more and more. So there's a lot of people discussing that in the Discord. I'm hoping that people from Silencio address that. You know, I don't know exactly where they're at because they've also merged with NATIX. And is Silencio still technically running their app, or did NATIX take it over, or they just converged in, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. So getting the NATIX, I was waiting on this one. There are some big changes or big announcements coming from NATIX. They are not standing still by no means. Y'all knew that we've discussed that they have merged with Silencio. We didn't know what that was going to kind of look like. They're not resting there. They have also combined, merged, partnered up with GEODNET. And I think that's going to be huge because a lot of y'all that follow me, including me, have talked very highly of GEODNET. I am not involved in GEODNET. I'll discuss that because there's been some updates to that project also. And I'll get to that when I get to that. But while some of these projects I don't feel completely comfortable with, not calling anybody out, but while some of them I don't feel comfortable with in testnet, NATIX, I'm feeling very good about. Yes, it's another one of my semi-passive income projects because you do have to turn it on and you do have to set it up and put it on your windshield, and you know, you'll sit there logging points and stuff like that. But the fact that they're merging with Silencio or partnering up, the fact that they are merging with GEODNET, which is a legitimate project that pays out very well, I think is a huge, huge deal. We don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet. Y'all know how this works, but they'll sit here and tell us that. So right now it tells you, again, you'll have to be in these Discords, especially on these testnet projects, to keep up with what's going on with them. But here we got right now, you have GEODNET announcing partnership. GEODNET and NATIX bringing accuracy, pinpoint accuracy for mapping applications. We know GEODNET is all about pinpoint accuracy with satellites and stuff like that. This looks like it's going to be a really, really big deal. Y'all can go read about it. I'm very curious and eager to see, you know, I know I'm starting to stutter here, but I'm trying to get across how big I think this is. If this was another project in testnet or in beta, I wouldn't be that hyped up about it. The fact that this is a project on mainnet that a lot of people, including myself and the people that I've told y'all who have did videos on it, and they've sat here and said how GEODNET is one of the best paying passive income projects right now that are on mainnet, and this project is partnering with them. To me, that is a very huge deal. So I'm very eager to see how NATIX is running. NATIX, y'all know I have to complain. Y'all know I have to complain because it wouldn't be right if I didn't. My issue with NATIX right now, though, is that every week I have to change the invite codes because they only give you 4 or 5 invite codes a week. So I have to share 5 codes. I have to email myself one code, email myself another code, email myself another code to get 5 codes to put on my description, and then hope that y'all will go through the pain in the butt part of, hey, this code's taken, let me try the second one. I want to do codes because that gives y'all free NATIX tokens, and of course gives me free NATIX tokens. So that gives y'all a head start. But that's pain in the ass. Why hinder it? Y'all trying to get this project out to many people as possible. There's no reason to run this goofiness with this code. You should want as many people as possible spreading this news around. That's my 2 cents on it. So overall, I'm still very eager to see what NATIX is going to have to go on with this GEODNET partnership. Another thing that NATIX is, I told y'all before, I was not really a fan of it, but I know some of y'all are, because some of y'all have talked about it. They're now live on this Galaxy thing, and it's a deep-in community. You can have social missions that you can do, and little contests and stuff like that. God, if I had time with it, I'd be all in this. I mean, when it was on Zealy, I started it, but I just don't have time to deal with all this stuff that they have going on. But hey, you can get airdrops and different things like that. So y'all look into it. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm telling y'all, because I know some of y'all are not in here, and y'all tell me y'all not in here. You have to be in the Discord with these passive income projects, especially the ones on testnet. Please don't rely on me to give you updates, because y'all can see I'm fast in between here. I'm not getting deep into all these updates, because then these videos will be 2 hours long. So you have to be on Discord, have to at least look at the announcement section of all these different projects and read what's going on with them. All right, moving on. Grass. Oh, grass. If y'all caught my video over the weekend, I know some of y'all don't like my driving videos, especially that driving video. That was horrible. I'll even say that video was horrible. I wouldn't watch and listen to that video anyway, but I still took the time to do it for an hour or whatever it was and produced it and everything. So I was going to upload it anyway, just to try to get some of the watch time out of it. But I tried to improve the audio by using a microphone, and that sucked. Then somehow, even though I watched the whole thing after it was produced, edited, whatever you want to call it, somehow it uploaded a double video, and I had to put a skip section in it telling people to skip this part because it repeated for 10 minutes. I don't know. Grass had a AMA video, whatever you want to call it. And to me, this was an opportunity that they really, really missed the boat on. And I forget how long it was, 20, 30, 40 minutes. And they spent you had over 1,000 people in this AMA, people who were from the Discord. So they know what the project is. They're in the project. You know, this is a brand new project that people don't know nothing about, and they just get into it new. I can understand you breaking down the project to all the nuts and bolts and explaining what the project does and what it's about. You had 1,200 people in here who knew that already. And you spent over half the video, more than half the video, explaining all the way down to nuts and bolts and not explaining anything about where you're planning on going with this project. And I was turned off of Grass before, and I'm even more. You had many people asking for an update on when they're going to mainnet. And I hate to use that term when, like WEN, but it's a good question. This has been around now for a while. There are no updates as far as when they're looking at going to mainnet, when they're looking at releasing a token or anything. You had 1,200 people in this AMA. Projects dream of having 1,200 people watching or listening to the AMA, and y'all had that, and y'all dropped the ball. Y'all know me. I'm be straight honest with it. Now, am I going, because people like to take my words and just assume a lot of stuff. Am I going and taking Grass off of my computers? No. It's passive income. Passive something. I don't know if you can call it income. It's passive something. But I have it on my computers. It's running. I'll question big questions on like where are some of my tokens going. These tokens are all over the place. During this time is when I told y'all I had computer laptops down or whatever. So I actually took the time to go through them and figure out which was offline, get them back running and everything like that. And I still have these fluctuations from 13,000 to 9,000 to 10,000 back to 13,000. And I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I also question the referrals. I'm not full of myself. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I've been at 15 and 9 for weeks. I've did videos about Grass. I have shared my referral to people who are asking, people telling me they signed up, and my referrals have not moved. Am I losing sleep over it? No. Because right now, and listen, y'all know, I've always said crypto, passive income projects, all this is always a fluid thing. I could be totally down on grass, and the next week it could be number one. I'm willing to bet that ain't going to happen, but just follow me. There's been projects on here that I've been down on, and then I get up on, and vice versa, vice versa. Could grass come out and surprise us? That's fine. Yes. You know, just to be fair, if you go into grass, tell y'all have to be in the Discord's announcement page. They got these contests they're doing. Y'all can knock yourselves out with it. You know, they got time for these contests, but same thing. This is the community call they had. But you know, they announced that they upgraded the back-end infrastructure. I kind of gave y'all an update in one of my last videos on that. I don't want to rehash all of it. It's been, you know, they can now is equipped to scale tens of millions of users, where before it was only like they could only do like 2 million. I had notes somewhere from last week. I don't see it on my desk, but they've upgraded the back end. But again, at some point you have to give people someone an idea. Look, if it ain't till Christmas, just tell us. Give us some kind of idea. Get some people some kind of idea of what's going on. You know, it's people are asking again, same thing. And then also you got the same questions over and over and over and over again. Whew. So that's grass. I don't know what else to say about that. I haven't said about it. I'm still running it. Yes, I'm still running it. And, you know, see what happens. I'm not taking it off my computers. I'm not adding it anymore. I came across another old computer, and I'm not even going through the trouble. Not even going through the trouble. I'm done with. Right now, it is what it is. I'll keep them running. I've added CuraCoin to one of them. You're going to do CuraCoin to one IP. So one of my computers, on one of my IPs has CuraCoin on it, but that's about the most I'm messing with it. I'll keep them running. And like y'all saw last week, if one of them or two of them look like they're going down, I'll get to it when I get to it. It sucks that I have to have that attitude, but like I told y'all, I feel positive about. Well, I don't want to put. I feel positive about these three, and I'm gonna tell y'all probably will see next week. You know, I'm trying to make this a little fun, a little goofy, but I'd like to. You're probably gonna see these rankings rearranged. I'm looking at you, but you know, I don't want to rehash it, but I'm very high on these middle ones this week. Who knows what happens next week? Wingbits. Y'all know I'm high on Wingbits. It's a hope and a prayer at this point. We know that, just like every other one. That's why it's in that beta section, you know, and because they're not even on testnet yet. We understand that, but they're still fairly new, a new project, so we give them a little more patience. And I'm not a patient person, but you know, I'd like to hear a little bit more about possible testnet time or something like that, just to see a little movement, They did discuss how they will be having another YouTube video coming up with coverage heat maps and stuff like that. They did change what the heat maps kind of represent. So that when you go to Wingbits and you go to your hexes, these are all the hexes that my account, no matter how many stations I have, all my accounts total, this is the hexes that are represented within my account. So now when you see this is for the count representation, where from what I understand before, it was kind of a per station thing. So even though this is a low, somehow, even though all my stations are in this area right now, I'm still getting 95% of. This is kind of why they also went away from purchasing hexes. I think part of it was also just a confusion that you're telling people that they can purchase hexes here, and they're still covering here, and then I'm kind of glad now that they went away from the purchasing hexes. There was a lot of confusion. I found that they live streamlined it. And even though I didn't feel that comfortable about them getting rid of it in the beginning, now I am glad that they got rid of it. So as the Gestapo godfather of the Gulf, right here, Golfo de Mexico, you see that even down here, I'm getting 93, 90, 100%, even though that is kind of a low number. You see how many my average count is here, and then you see what my average count is here. So this is a new hex that recently popped up. This is a very new hex that popped up in the last 24 hours. This must be some kind of skip or something that was going on, because I have never had anything over Corpus Christi. However, I can announce that I've told y'all about this for the last couple of weeks. I finally worked out a deal with my buddy in Corpus Christi, i.e. the advertising video y'all saw at the beginning of this video. You know how it is. You help your friends out with their business, they're going to help you out with them. That's how this world works. That's how I work it out with my buddies. And then I told him, you know, when this project starts paying out, we'll rework our deal and split some income or something with him. So I will be shipping to my buddy the next hopefully the next couple of days, if not next week or two. I'll be shipping him an antenna and a device. That device will have Bitharvest on it. Because I told y'all, any device I deploy from now on will have Bitharvest on it for Wingbits. I got some updates for Bitharvest. So I'll make sure y'all stay tuned for Bitharvest. But so that's going there. I am still working out with two different buddies. I got one that's right here, about right here, Mississippi Gulf Coast. And I got another one that's about right here on this state line. They are right on the Gulf. So my hope is that between both of these, I will now be covering this. I also have talks with someone who is down here at they call Grand Isle, Port Fourchon, if you're from Louisiana. That's another one I'm looking at. He is literally, you can spit into the Gulf from where his camp is. He is literally on the Gulf, which means no obstructions. And I'm hoping that I can go even further in capturing all this. So I think between Corpus Christi and that, I will live up to the Gestapo of the Gulf, the godfather of the Gulf, and have all this, or majority of this, because this is technically the Bay of Campeche. It's not really the Gulf of Mexico, so we won't consider that. So I'm hoping that that is done. Y'all can tell I'm very still high on Wingbits. I wish there was a little more progress on the net side of it, type of thing. But either way, we're still chugging along. You know, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, possibly 4. This is very, 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 very preliminary. I had somebody in Grand Isle who's told me that I can put one there. So I got the okay. I just don't know what kind of setup I needs to be or anything like that. I kind of the backwards deal on that one. But so I got 1, 2, 3 right there. So that's 3 devices on Bitharvest that I will be setting up. And if they let me, I probably will do even 2 antennas, because one will be for Helium. Even though I don't know what kind of Helium witnesses I'm going to be getting. I ain't going to be getting no Helium witnesses down here. But this is a huge corridor for shipments, boats, river traffic, offshore stuff. There might be a lot of GPS tracking going on down here. You know, there's a lot of GPS data that I'm seeing come across my Helium stuff. It can't all be DIMO, that's for sure. This one might have, I only got 2 devices that can be Helium. So I'm thinking I'm putting one here, one Helium here, one Helium here, and this might just be just a La Potato. And I'm not worried about this one yet until I get a little further into it. But that goes to show you, I'm still expanding Wingbits. I'm still expanding Bitharvest, and we'll see what's going on. I am at 331 data points for the last 7 days. For the last 30 days, I am at 1.449 million data points for this period. Now, see, when you go to 30 days, Corpus Christi goes away. That's interesting. You go back to 7 days. And Corpus Christi's there. That's interesting. But either way, that's where we at. I still am very impressed because I have been with Wingbits from the beginning, or I say close to the beginning, when you had some planes up here and some planes somewhere around here and planes. I don't know if California even really had anything. And that was it. And to see that you have all this coverage now, especially this, that is impressive for this project. Hawaii, I have Daniel. If y'all have seen Daniel, and I hate to try to pronounce his name, it's M-W-A-N-G-I, Mwangwa. If I mispronounced it, Daniel, I'm sorry. But he has been one of my very, good followers from the beginning of my YouTube page. And for him, I made a deal. And basically, I programmed a SD card. He didn't know anything about programming. I programmed the SD card for him for a La Potato. He bought the La Potato. He bought the SDR receiver. He bought the feed line. He bought the antenna. He has it all programmed, ready to go. And he is putting that in Nairobi. And this was highlighted when I had it online, but I unplugged it over the weekend, the card, and I'm shipping him just the SD card. And all he has to do is plug that card in, and it's going to work. He will then be covering, and to me, probably the first station really in Africa, the way this looks. That's another continent that now Wingbits is going to be doing. I think that's awesome, guys. I really do. I know some of y'all are from Australia. Some of y'all who follow me also. I saw y'all mention that in the last video. But I know I'm going long on Wingbits, but I just want to make sure I come across and let y'all know that just because I might not be happy with the fact that we're not really hearing anything about testnet, mainnet stuff, I am still real big on this project. I'm still pushing this project real, and I'm trying to support them as much as possible. So, from the Gestapo of the Gulf. All right, next is Hive Mapper with its honey token. This is another one that, ouch, is what I can say. So it was 14 cents on the last video I did 7 days ago. It has come down 13 down to 12, 11 cents, back up to 13 cents now. It hasn't really come up with the market, but people are still saying that they're making some hell of rewards with it. Again, even with the 13 cents price tag right now, when I get this device and I have 4,000 bonus tokens coming to me once I hit my mileage, which should take about 30 days, even at, this should say 13 cents, but even at 13 cents, I'm still will make $520, which is still about $70, $80 higher than what I bought the device at. So I will still instantly ROI my device with a little bit of lanyap, as we say down here. A little bit of lanyap, a little extra in my pocket that I can go burn on something, another meme coin or something like that. Load it all up on Solana or AVAX. But either way, but again, we're hoping that these tokens go up. So I have not got any updates on that. I'm still expecting it. I'm hoping July or August. This is the new B camera that is coming. I upgraded it to the B just for the 4,000 bonus, and that's what's going on with that. Bitharvest, what can I say? It's been very busy over the last week or two. We talked about how their firmware was released last week, and they've been knocking out the park. There's been a lot of talk in their Discord, and I told y'all over and over and over and over and over, you have to be in these Discords. These guys are in the Discord. Them and Wingbits are two projects I can say, if I'm more proud of anything else, is the fact that they are in the Discord, and that means a lot to me. Those people in those projects, not people that they appointed that don't work for them, that they just appoint to be Discord people. The people from the projects are in the Discord, and they're very active into it. And there's been some different announcements going on. So one of the newest things with Bitharvest is they've started working on a base license only. But currently right now, you have to get the combination. Right now, you pay $19.99 if you have 1 to 5 devices, $17.99 for 6 to 14. But you're also doing, just so they can do it all at one time, and they're still kind of testing this out as it gets released. Instead of having different versions, they went right now with just the premium plan. So you're paying an extra $5.99 for 3 months of this premium plan. So you're getting these projects right here with your regular version for $19.99. Then you're getting these additional things for that. So currently they are working on starting with a base only release, meaning if you only want to do this one-time cost, this is a one-time cost. This isn't monthly or anything like that. A one-time cost of $20. You can get all these projects, which for most of us is going to be Helium, Wingbits. Things 1X, I wish they were working in America. I would probably get on that one. Y'all know I'm into CureCoin. Don't know enough about Fi, whatever, you know, I don't mispronounce it. But make sure that you go, make sure you're compatible and your devices are compatible. So now they're going to be working on doing a base release for that. They're also working on in their firmware a safe shutdown. People ask for a safe shutdown, so they just have it unplugged where you can actually shut it down almost like a computer and having a safe shutdown. They're having that. A packet forward or reset button. A manual update button that's coming. And so therefore, if you know that you're a version behind and the auto update's not working, or when they push out updates, your device didn't get it, you can press for a manual update button through the program. They started working on this cloud dashboard for fleets. So if you have, 15 plus devices, there'll be a cloud version with a cloud dashboard and everything like that. They are working on that. They're working on the G285, G290, and G295 versions of a Bobcat 300. Bobcats, when you take them apart, when you look at the board, it will tell you if it's a G2 whatever. I currently have a G280. So my version will not do USB. So the reason I'm hitting on this is there's a lot of people who still constantly asked about the Bobcats with Bitharvest. I want to make sure we're all clear on this. The Bobcats cannot do the Wingbits if you're looking to do Wingbits. There's no active USB in it. They're working on it, but it's not active. So I'm running a Bobcat version, and it's running the other programs. It's just not running Wingbits. But you can see these other devices that are here. I can confirm it works great with the Gold Edition Rack V2 MNTD. I could tell you it works great with a Raspberry Pi. I could tell you it works great with the SenseCap M1 and finagling one right now with a Syncrobit. All right, so what's the big announcements I had for Bitharvest? You have a AMA. Make sure you pay attention to the date, because last Sunday I told you I was supposed to be last Sunday, and when I tried jumping on board after church, I didn't hear nobody, and I thought I was really late. It's this upcoming Sunday. This upcoming Sunday, 11 a.m. You can get details about that in their Discord. The other update is they are doing this promotion sale. Again, please go to the Discord and look at this. But you can buy their premium bundle trial, which is a lifetime base license and 1 year premium license. So let's go over that again. So you have your price here for your regular base license. And then for a year, it would be this. All right. So you would get both of those now for $35.98, and you can use BHST token, which is their Bitharvest token, Solana, IoT, USDC. I use my Helium wallet. I take my Helium wallet. This is just the way I do it. Yes, it's a step extra difficult, but I'm into the BHST token. I want to see volume through that. I want to see that get used. So I just convert my IoT to BHST, and then I paid for it with BHST. If y'all saw my previous videos, I showed y'all step by step how to use that, how to use BHST to purchase. I showed y'all me purchasing Bitharvest, the firmware, how to move the token, and everything. So you then can apply for a premium rebate. You have to do it within 60 days. Then you get $15.99 back in BHST and an extra 60 free days of premium license features. It makes the premium license cost the same as our base license. Why is this important? Because many of y'all contacted me on the side or told me, or I saw in the Discord, y'all didn't want to pay for the extra. Y'all wanted to just get the base license. But here you go. So now you got the one-time fee that y'all wanted to spend. Y'all didn't want to spend this annually. Y'all didn't want to spend this monthly. So now you're getting this back in BHST. So now you don't have to worry about paying for the extra year or anything like that. You can get that back in refund or rebate, whatever you want to call it. How do you do this? You open up a support ticket and use promo code BHST upon the purchase to apply the rebate. If you decide not to apply the rebate, your Luna Unity Premium Bundle will still get activated for 1 year purchase of $35.98. For all existing Luna Unity Premium license owners, you will be getting the 60 days added to your first year's Premium Bundle license term cost. So people like me who spent the $35.99 as a new purchaser last week on my devices, I can get the 60 days already added at no cost. This is a limited time offer to May 6th. Then it gives you the link. So now y'all can have the premium Bitharvest for the same cost of what it cost for strictly the base license. So now you're getting all this for just this price. I think it's a darn good deal, ladies and gentlemen. Again, not financial advice, not telling y'all how to spend your monies, but that's a darn good deal that they got going on. So I'm not going to, I know this video went long. I'm not going to go into the full details of everything I'm doing Bitharvest. I have plenty of videos showing that, but it's just it just makes it easier to have that dashboard, and I can go in there and in one device, I can go check my pawns app if I want and go to that dashboard. I can go to my Honey Gain and check that dashboard. I can go to Helium and see what my miner's doing right now. I can go, and if I want to need to restart it for some reason, if I want, I can go to Wingbits, see what that dashboard's doing, see what the TAR 1090 is doing, go into the configuration. I can do all that from one device. I spent $20 at McDonald's for me and my kids. Way more than $20. This is worth my peace of mind, especially when you start getting multiple devices, having to go into Helium in this device, or am I going to Wingbits this device? Am I doing 2 installs? You know, Corpus Christi, like I told you about earlier, if I wanted to put a Helium device there and a Wingbits device, now I got to talk my buddy into let me put 2 boxes over there, running about 2 different ways remoting in and all that stuff like that, 2 antennas and all that, where now I just got still 1 device. And that's it. So, you know, am I killing it and gonna retire off Honey Gain and Pawns app? No, not exactly. But you know, I've been Honey Gain for maybe almost a week or 2 now. I got 1258 Honey Gain tokens, whatever that is. Pawns, it's $1 something, maybe, I don't know. Again, it's just passive income. It's just running, and it's running. And I don't know how else to really explain it. You know, we talked about Honey Gain is 10 devices max. That's the only thing. You know, somebody like me who has 1 network that I pay for, and the ISP ships it to different locations I need. My issue with that right now is that has the same external IP. I can't put more than 10 devices. I'm sorry, 1 device running that. Now, my Bitharvest ones that are on different devices, I can run it. I'm good to go. So that's us. I am running also CureCoin on that, but we know CureCoin, through the Bitharvest, all that money goes back to a good cause. We're not actually pocketing any of that if you're running it through the Bitharvest program, but I am running CureCoin on a separate project computer also, which I'll be doing a video on that also. So that's Bitharvest. And again, get in the Discord, talk to them guys, open tickets if y'all need to, if you have questions, especially if y'all have questions on if you can't find if your device will work or not on that. GEODNET, y'all know I'm high on GEODNET just because of the amount of videos I've seen with different people, how much money they're making, how much income they're making, and it seems to be a very, very good project. I wish I would have had the money to get into it. I wish I had $600 lying around to get a device. I would do it right now if I could. Even if there's a halving rewards in July, it's just above and beyond right now what a lot of projects are from everything I've read and everything I've seen. Again, not financial advice. The whole project could crumble tomorrow. I don't know. Don't fault me for it. But, you know, if you have the $600 or, you know, taking profit maybe from something else, they seem to be doing very good with it. When the halving rewards come in July, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, another issue right now is that $695 now, and it's taking 6 to 8 weeks to get here. So you're looking at 2 months. So 2 months, if I order this today, 2 months is June 8th, and you have a halving coming up in July. So I have 3 weeks of full rewards. Again, I'm not telling anybody not to get this or get it or anything, but that's just something to please keep in mind. I also have to admit, I have not done a lot of research on this, but I saw videos. Y'all know, friends with Passive Crypto Mining, pushed a lot of y'all to his videos. He talks about some of these upgrade cards you can put in here to be able to triple band, triple mine, GEODNET and stuff like that. Again, that's not $295, but it's all stuff you can include in this to make your rewards higher with GEODNET. But I have a link. I should have a link in my description for this video on his video that you can go look, and he explains GEODNET and what their earnings potentials are and stuff like that. You might want to go and check that out. Y'all know I've also spoke about Tech Hustler. He does have some videos out also. XNet, if y'all see XNet over here to the right, that is another project some people want me to look into. I am planning on looking into it. I just haven't had a chance yet. But he does talk about this GEODNET major announcement also. He also has a short that he did where he's discussing the 3 different cryptocurrencies you can do now with GEODNET. I understand that there's another one that Fry has attached itself to where you can upload a Fry license to. I'm keeping comments to myself right now about that because I don't know enough to say anything negative just yet. He also talks about going to ETH Denver, which was a convention he had last month, and I am really looking at possibly trying to go to that convention. Seems to be a lot of new stuff, passive income stuff that's going on at that convention, projects and stuff. And, you know, I love Denver, actually. It's a beautiful place. Cool. It's a nice place. So I am planning on trying to do ETH Denver. But he talks about that you can do Fry Miner, and there's another new token that is also will be able to be mined with that. If y'all know what that is, please hit me up. I can't really understand what he's saying, and when I look up what I think he's saying, I don't see that token. So if y'all know what the new token is, please let me know so we can look into that also. But again, this is just more stuff coming to GEODNET. That's GEODNET. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to afford to get into it. Last but not least is Fry. Basically, same feelings I have since last week. Now, I still don't understand why Fry can't get listed on CoinMarketCap for some reason. I just don't understand what's the holdup on that. It just doesn't make sense that for a project that's been out for this long, that they're selling the stuff they're selling, and it's even on mainnet, that this that you have well, is it, I know it's paying out. Is it technically on mainnet? Because verified stuff won't be until mainnet, it says. So it's not technically on mainnet. You can go to CoinGecko and see Fry's crypto, and for the last 7 days, it's still been hovering around 0.004 to 0.003 price range. You know, it was at 1 penny. They quit paying bonus rewards, and then when it dropped on the 1 penny, you know, now you're about to hit 2 zeros in one. I don't know. So it's still I like to try to say it's a new project, but they've been having a lot of these devices out for a while now. I don't know. It could still turn out to be a very good project. I've said it every week that, you know, if they could actually take off on all these projects that they have going on, I think it's going to be a very good project. It's a lot of projects they have going on. You got to get them all to be successful, though. I know you can take the fraud miner license and add it to WeatherXM, but then I understand you're only getting fractional fraud mining tokens, which I don't know what that's going to be. So you can also add fraud mining now to the GEODNet. I have no idea what those rewards are going to be like. So, hey, you know, last I checked, a extra fraud miner license to be able to add on to WeatherXM or to these other projects was around $100. It might be worth that. It might be worth. Now, I mean, if you're only making pennies a day with it, I don't know. I don't know what the exact numbers are, and I don't think I'm gonna find out. But you know, maybe if I felt better about WeatherXM, maybe if I felt better about Fry, I would take that chance. But WeatherXM's not even paying out, so you know, I don't know. If y'all are already in Fry mining, then you stick with it at this point. There's no reason, you know, any of these projects, if you're already in them, there's no reason to get out of them. You know, I hear people say all the time about how they're getting out of Helium. I'm unplugging my Helium miner. Why? What are you solving by that? If you're not paying a host fee, you're not paying an internet fee strictly for that, who are you hurting by unplugging Helium? Helium still has 250, 300,000, I think, devices out there online. Do you think unplugging that's hurting anybody but yourself? You just do what I do. You collect the IoT on the side, and after a while, you got a bucket full of IoT that you can do something with. Same thing with any of these other ones. If you're not happy with them, if you're not paying for anything, just keep them plugged in. You're not hurting anything. So I don't know what's going on really with Luna Classic. I talked about that in my video the other day. That project has potential, but it seems like people just can't make up their mind what direction they want to go in. I know the actual Luna 2.0 token was supposedly being shut down by a court order or something, and they thought that would help LUNC. I don't know what's really going on with it, but I still have a lot of LUNC that is, I think I got like 15 million LUNC that are being staked right now. Y'all know I take 25,000 of that every month, first of the month, and I burn that just to help with burning. Atom, Solana, I'm getting, you know, Exodus give me 7.6%. Crow card, I use it for everything. One thing I have not discussed really is my Big Red meme coin. I have taken about $200, which is actually my initial investment. I cashed some of that in. I told you all that along with Kulo, and I use that to buy my computer parts and to move some other stuff around. I'm trying to still build my computer. I was able to buy some RAM now and different things like that with some of my profits. But I also took Big Red and AVAX, and you can put that into a staking pool on through Trader Joe. It's a pool, and this APR changes every day. I don't bother with it. I just looked at it as is. It was about 20,000 TD when I did it. I can't remember exactly how much AVAX I had. I tell you, I keep horrible records, but I know for a fact it was $200 and $200. So I'm up $22. AVAX did come up since I did this. TD did go down while I did this. Either way, y'all know I like to stake stuff. That's another way of making passive income. So now I'm staking some TD with AVAX. And I'm contemplating just staking some more straight AVAX if possible. So again, you know, I got plenty profit out of my meme coins. Kind of taking a break from them right now. Kulo just kind of scared me a little bit because I keep saying these people have not stopped on Kulo as far as the social media campaigns and all the effort they were putting into it, and to still watch Kulo go down tells me that it's not just about advertising and social media pushing. It still has to have people behind it, and I don't know what's going on with it. So another one is Tonic, which is Tectonic. I just added this on here because last year at some point I came across Tectonic and I moved some junk coins I had and bought, I don't know how much of what. It was millions upon millions and millions and millions and millions of Tonic. And it was some kind of crazy staking percentage, but it had to be locked for 2 years. And the way I looked at it was last year during the bear market when I locked it. 2 years will be next year sometime. So 2025, when we should be in the bull market, I'm hoping that that's up real big, if I can remember even how to get to it. But just something else to show y'all that I'm staking all this stuff right now. And this is just another form of passive income in addition to the projects we in. So with all that, it's getting late. I'm getting tired. I still got to go to the gym. Then I have to get home. Watch Wrestlemania last night. If y'all not into wrestling, you missed a good show. And for those who were in wrestling, I have to say last night's Wrestlemania, you know, it's 2 nights now. I've been to Wrestlemania down here in New Orleans, and I know people say it's supposed to be like the Super Bowl, and it's supposed to be so great. I'm gonna tell you, it was cool to be able to experience a Wrestlemania with my kids. I'll say that. It was the last time they also did it on one night. And when you got there at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, whatever pregame started, it didn't end until midnight. We were exhausted. By the time the main event came with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, the crowd was dead because we were just downright exhausted. Now they split up into 2 nights. I will say last night was probably one of the best WrestleManias I've seen, and I've seen every single WrestleMania since WrestleMania 3. It was just something you were involved in. If you've ever followed Dusty Rhodes as a kid, and to see now his son, you know, I don't want to spoil it because I know some of y'all might not have watched it yet for the few people, and I know some of y'all might think this is hokey and wrestling's fake. Yes, I get it, wrestling's fake. So is NCIS, the TV show that I watch. So is Magnum PI. So is Days of Our Lives. Who cares? I can also tell y'all and challenge y'all that you can say it's fake all you want, but I'd like to see some of y'all get in the ring and do some of the stuff they do and throw each other through tables and hit each other with bamboo sticks and put thumbtacks in each other's backs and then tell me how fake it is. Because I watched them guys last night slap the living mess out of each other in their whole face or back or chest turn red and stuff like that. So I'll be happy to get paid $2 million to go flop around a ring and do fake stuff. It's just, it was a fun, emotional thing. So I am tired from watching that. New Call of Duty has been kicking my butt. That's why I haven't been live streaming, because I can't embarrass myself live streaming that stuff. We're getting better, but there's a bunch of people on Red Bull and stuff playing that. And until the first update comes out Wednesday and buff some of these guns and take some of these cheaters out, it's just crazy. I know this video went long. Y'all know the Monday videos do. That's why I put chapters in them. I'll try to put chapters in as soon as I can. I still got to sit here at 7 o'clock at night, and I still got to go down and produce this whole thing and cut it down some and everything like that. Y'all need anything? I got my email in the description. Y'all know how to find me. I'll get in contact with y'all. Look into these projects that we're talking about and see what happens. I'm still high on some of them, and I'll just make sure that I want everybody to know, yes, my videos are always negative about these projects. I'm still in them, though. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Just because I'm negative right now on this project or that project, I'm still in them. I just try to be as honest with y'all as possible and tell y'all so that y'all don't think it's all 100% great when y'all get a Modus device and realize it's a pain in the butt to connect sometimes. I mean, he didn't tell me that. I'm telling you that. But I still have confidence in it. If Modus can be somewhat even close to what DIMO was in the beginning and the rewards they were making, I'm hoping for it. It could also crash and you make pennies a day and that's it. That's our chance we take with all this stuff. So with that, make sure you check out the links we have all in the video in case you'll need any products for Wingbits. what we sipping on right now at the house, I actually am lying to y'all because I have been out of that Bywater bourbon for some time now, and I have to go to the store where they sell it at. Because unfortunately I live far enough outside of New Orleans, over an hour away, that not every store around here has it. So when I go to certain areas, I have to pick up the Bywater bourbon because that's some good stuff right now. So now I'm back to regular Crown and Diet Coke at night to sip me through my woes of Call of Duty. If y'all are in Texas, make sure you check out my guys, especially South Texas, with the Crawfish catering. I hear they do some great crawfish. I wish I could sample it. I just don't go to South Texas unless it's hunting season. But from reading from the reviews and people who know what they're talking about, they're doing very, very well also. Also, my buddy who has the fishing show on YouTube, make sure you follow him. Check out some fishing. I've been trying to update and get involved in my other YouTube page. I plan on doing some stuff on that. And again, it just takes time. And this is where all my time's going right now. So we'll see what comes up tomorrow. It seems right now, these projects, something comes new every day. I still got to do a video on CureCoin. I have the CureCoin people that want to do an AMA with me. Y'all know I'm all into AMAs. I'm hoping to hear something soon from Wingbits with their AMA they wanted to do so I can bring that to y'all. And it's just busy. Busy at work. Got my new vehicle coming. I got to get that all equipped out, get radios in it and stuff like that. And this will be my last vehicle before I retire. So I'm going to go all out. And so people who don't think I know what I'm talking about RF, I can just show them. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. All right, so that's good. Everybody, I hope everybody had a good weekend and hope everybody has a good week. Hey, we all survived the eclipse. That's positive. I've been ragging on people all day the last 2 days on Facebook about all these stupid conspiracy theories, that all this religion stuff that was supposed to happen today because of the eclipse and stuff. And guess what? We're all still here. We're all still getting ready for the bull run. Bull market's coming with crypto. I'm depressed because I ain't got enough money into crypto. Not as prepared as I wanted to be, but we're still going to go through this together, and we're going to take profits this time and not dime in hand and watch all our profits go down at the end of this bull cycle in a year and a half, 2 years. So thank y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Stay safe, and see y'all in the next video.